I am in the kitchen. It's macaroni and cheese. Hang with me because this is going to be the best macaroni and cheese. Into the pan goes some butter. Now, this is unsalted because I like to control the amount of salt that I put in. Let's let that melt. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of salt. And remember, the salt is to taste. It's however you like it. And I do like to test for seasoning before I do the final bake on this. All right, now I'm going to pop in my onion. This is finely grated onion with a little bit of scallion in to just give us some depth of flavor to vary. I like to level up and add flavors. It's so good. In goes the onion. So that was a white onion and a scallion. Be sure to check my recipe down below for exact measurements. Now we're gonna this is mustard powder. I don't often use mustard powder, but this gives these macaronis that little something extra. In the mustard powder goes. Give it a little stir. Ooh, that smells good already. Those onions, they're so aromatic. Now, this is a little additional spice. This is some nutmeg, just a tad. It just really gives depth. Let's pop this in, nutmeg. This is gonna be a traditional, beautiful thing in many, many meals. A little bit of black pepper, in it goes. And to bring some heat, cayenne. This is cayenne pepper. Let's pop it in. I like a little bit of that heat put in. I'm a fan. Now, let's get a little bit of a bigger spatula here. Let's give this a stir. Just a few seconds to bring all the flavors together. Oh, I wished you were here. This is smelling so good. My mouth is watering thinking about how delicious these macaronis are gonna be. Cheesy, delicious macaronis. All right, about 30 seconds, and now I'm gonna start adding some more ingredients. This is my flour, and I think this was about 3 tablespoons. Check that recipe. All right, I'm just continuing to give this a stir. It's been about 2 minutes, but I do want a little bit of color to come into this as well. So now this is looking good. I've got my whisk. So in goes my heavy cream. Beautifully thick. And you probably could use half and half here if you wanted to. I think both of those would work because we're going to be adding, another ingredient in just moments. All right, that I've stirred it. Oh, it's starting to look like how I make my Southern style gravy. Let's go ahead and add in, this is milk. This is going to be whole milk. Let's get this in. This is whole milk. I'm just using my whisk to give it a whisk as I go. So I'm whisking it together, and I'm gonna need to let this come to a boil. I love cooking, and this macaroni and cheese, it's gonna be really delicious. But I do wanna just tell you, I wanna tell you this, I'm gonna share it with you. I wanna share with you something. Cooking, when you do it with friends and for friends, it's so much better. Nobody or almost no one wants to just cook for themselves because it's hard to cook for one. I'd much rather cook for myself and a few friends. If you're new to my channel, I'm Ransom Ryder. Hello. Be sure you come over, hang out with me, check out some of my other videos, and follow my channel because I need some friends. I do. I need some friends on my channel. It is okay here to increase the heat a little bit. But you don't want to walk away from this because it could easily burn in the bottom, and we don't want that. Best go to slow and easy here because you don't want to burn these dairy products, and there's a lot of milk in here. All right, this is thickening up because with that much flour in here, this will thicken. This would almost be, if you let this just thicken and served it the way it was, this would be a gravy. It would be a gravy. It almost makes me want to give it a taste test at this point. And definitely you could taste test for seasoning here to see if you need a little more pepper. if you need a little more salt. All right, now that has come to a boil. You can see that this is now boiling. I hope the overhead camera can get this because it is a white roux or gravy on a white pot. But it is boiling. I need to now, I want to reduce my heat and I want to let this thicken up. And I want to leave this here for about 5 minutes just to let all those flavors simmer and come together. Come together. I want them to come together. And you want to stir occasionally because you don't want anything stuck on the bottom. The heat needs to be reduced because you don't want this to scorch. Cooking, it's an art. All right, now that's been about 5 minutes. Thank you, time lapse. Thank you, edit and cut. In goes some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire. Let me know how you pronounce that. Viewers over in England, let me know. This is going in. This is going to add an additional level of flavor. Let's get that stirred in. This sauce, so thick and beautiful. And the time that this spins on the stovetop, it is going to thicken so that the end macaroni and cheese will be beautifully thick, creamy, smooth, delicious. Don't go anywhere because we're getting ready for the end game. We're getting ready for the end game. All right, now this looks like it's nice and thick because this will continue to thicken in the oven. I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm going to add some cheese. You really don't want this cheese to be on the heat because this could burn quickly. I'm going to save a little bit of the cheeses back as garnish. That was extra sharp white cheddar. This is sharp yellow cheddar. Let's put these in. And listen, don't be afraid to use a little bit of extra cheese. I definitely am one of those people that love the cheese. I've had a lot of macaroni and cheese blends, as I've grown up and traveled and met with friends, gone to parties, events, and there are so many good recipes for macaroni and cheese. Leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite is. Leave me your recipe for macaroni and cheese. Legitimately, I would love to hear from you. Way back when for Christmas, a friend of mine up in North Carolina sent me a recipe for macaroni and cheese, and I lost it during the heat of the holidays, the rush of the holidays. I did make it, and I absolutely loved it. The thing about it is, she can't find it, I can't find it, and now I'm wondering, will I ever have that fantastic recipe back? So now that has melted, remember the heat's turned off, it's time for the macaronis. Now I prepared these macaronis al dente. Follow the instructions on your box. These have been fixed al dente, meaning they're not fully done because we know that these are going to cook in the oven. And this was about 16 to 18 ounces of elbow macaroni. This is a lot of macaroni. I hope you're going to come on over, grab a chair. We're going to shoot the breeze as we eat macaroni and cheese. Homemade, homemade. Oh, I can hear that sauce slipping inside each little elbow macaroni. This sounds so good, so enticing. Now, you could use a casserole dish and you could have popped this right into the casserole dish, but this goes back to fewer dishes, easier to work with, especially, if you're during a busy time and you're making other dishes, or you just want something that's easier, one pot. I'm going to pop this in the oven at around 350. You could definitely probably go a little bit hotter on your oven, but ovens cook differently, so keep a watch on this. I'm going to let this cook for about 30 minutes. to those noodles are fully done and it's heated all the way through. I'm going to bring it out. We're going to put some cheese on the top. I'm going to put it back into the oven on broil. I'm going to let that cheese melt and brown, and then I'm going to pull this out. We're going to have a taste test. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And P.S. I'm going to cut a little extra cheese because I want the top to be extra cheesy goodness. We might even put some breadcrumbs on this. You'll find out when I get back. Don't go anywhere. My macaroni and cheese is in the oven, and I've decided to go a little bit extra on the top. I have some cheese here from earlier that I didn't use. We're going to pop this on the top. And this is a pepper jack. I'm going to just, crumble a little bit. Let me put it in this because it's all going on the top. I'm going to just get a little bit of extra in here, a little bit of spiciness. And I'm hoping a little bit of a surprise for people that have never had my macaroni and cheese before. This has a little bit of a kick to it and an additional flavor level. Let's get this in, and I'm mixing it with my other cheeses. You can see the little pieces of pepper in that. Now I want to go an additional level, and let's get this in here because I'm going to use this for something else. I'm going to come in with a little bit of butter, and I want to just do some breadcrumbs on top that will be tasty goodness and add a little bit of a crunch. And I like a little bit of a crunch on top. So let's put about 2 tablespoons of butter in that. And we're gonna get this in the microwave, and then I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs. These are store-bought, but they're good. You can make homemade breadcrumbs. Let's melt this. I'll be right back. All right, now I have melted my butter in the microwave, and I wanna go in with some breadcrumbs. This will be so good on the top, and I like a nice little bit of extra crunch. A surprise. Let's give this a good mix with that butter. Now we've got a few more minutes on the macaroni and cheese, but I do have that Colby Jack, the white extra sharp cheddar, the yellow sharp cheddar, and we're gonna mix all that in and put the breadcrumbs on, and then we're gonna let this stuff brown. I've got to pull it back out of the oven and add my toppings. Don't go anywhere. Woo, that is hot. That is fresh out of the oven. Now we've got to get the final touches on it. And we're gonna do the cheese. And let's get this on. This is our toppings. I want a nice gooey, beautiful top on this, cheesy. It's one of my favorite things. And remember, I did cut some extra cheese for this. And this is the yellow and white cheese that I had left over from earlier. Let's spread this around a bit. Pepper jack cheese that I cut earlier. And that looks good. I think I could have actually gone for a little bit more. Now, this is my buttered breadcrumbs. Let's get these on, and we want to just spread these. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Ooh, be careful because this pan is hot. You wanna practice safety in the kitchen. Be careful when you're cooking. So easy to get burnt on these hot stoves, hot pans. Anytime you're in the kitchen, knives, forks, be careful out there. I'm gonna put this back into the oven. We're gonna give this 5 to 7 minutes, but watch your oven. You could set this on broil. All right, let's put this in the oven and I'll come right back and we'll give it a taste test once it gets browned. Don't go anywhere. This is straight out of the oven. It smells delicious. It looks delicious. I'm gonna let this cool for maybe 10 to 15 minutes because this cast iron Dutch oven will retain a lot of heat. So I do want this to cool down and thicken up just a bit, but we really are. I know I've said this earlier, we really are almost at the taste test, almost. I'll be right back. I've had this cooling down for about 15 minutes. Let's put a little bit of garnish on the top just to make it look pretty. I want this to look good. because I could take this right to the table. That's pretty. That's pretty. All right, that is pretty. That looks really good. A little bit of those parsley. That's out of my garden. That's fresh. I love a little bit of fresh parsley on the top. Now, what am I going to dig into this with? All right, looks good. Let's dig in. This is it. This is the big, woo, that pot. Stay still, pot. Let's get some of this out. Look at that. Oh, this smells so good. Now, this is still piping hot, so I just want to do a little taste test while you and I are both here, and we're hungry. I hope you're hungry. This is a lot of macaroni and cheese. I want to get some of that topping on it. Let's let this cool for just a moment. I'm going to blow on it. Now remember, you're in the kitchen, this is your food. You know, if you want a full big old plate full, you just get it on out and help yourself and enjoy. You just made this. Enjoy these macaroni and cheese. Oh, smells good. Oh my gosh. That is so tasty. Smooth, creamy, delicate. I get that cheese coming through. Just, it's lively, it's bright, it's delicious. I'm Ransom Ryder. Hanging out in the kitchen, so much more fun when you're here with friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, share, and catch me on my next adventure. Be sure you call your friends, let them know about this recipe. I'll see you very soon in the kitchen. Bye, bye. I'm gonna finish this, it's so good.